Today we will be unlocking the Drawing Center materials. You can find all the materials on this cart. The materials include crayons, construction paper crayons, twistables, colored pencils, regular pencils, erasers, markers, thin markers, stencils of people, regular stencils of all sorts of shapes, circle tracers, rulers, texture plates, and lots of drawing books. There is also a binder at the Drawing Center that gives you different techniques to try and also ideas, along with different artists who draw. We'll be learning more about these techniques soon. When drawing with pencil, make sure you draw lightly first in case you need to erase. Then you can make the pencil lines go away easily. If you draw hard with the pencil to start, it's hard to erase the lines. Drawing with a ruler helps you to make straight lines. As you can see here, I'm holding the ruler with one hand and drawing with the other. Make sure you press down hard with the ruler so that it doesn't move when you're trying to draw your lines. There are lots of different kinds of stencils for you to use. Here I'm using a star stencil. You just place the stencil down on the paper and trace it with a pencil. If you'd like to add texture to your picture, you can use a texture plate. First, you put it underneath your drawing, and then you can use a crayon to color on top of it. Be sure to press down hard with the crayon so that you can see the bumpy textures you're creating. Colored pencils are a little more delicate, so you have to press down lightly when you're using them. Take your time and fill the space. Here I'm adding a darker outline so that the windows and doors stand out. The thin markers are great for outlining things, but not so great for coloring in big spaces. So I'm switching to a bigger marker for coloring in the tree. When using markers, it's very important to make sure you put the cap back on so that it doesn't dry out. The marker will make a snap noise when it's in place. Twistable crayons are great for coloring big spaces because if you run out of crayon, you can just twist the bottom and more will come out. Here I'm using dark green to add a grass texture. I'm just making lots and lots of short lines. If you'd like to try blending, colored pencils are great for this. First, I'm using a light blue for the bottom of the sky. Then I'll use a darker blue, and I'll color some of it inside of the lighter blue. Then I'll add an even darker color, and that will go inside of that medium blue. I'll go over each layer again to make the color stand out a little bit more. Now the sky looks like it goes from light blue to dark. If your pencil gets dull from overuse, just put it inside the dull pencil container for me to sharpen later. And you can get a new one. The people stencils are great for adding figures and movement to your pieces. If one of the pieces falls off, they just snap back into place. You can move all the limbs to however you'd like them to be, and then you can trace them onto your paper. Don't forget to always put your name on the back of your paper. You can check your coloring with the craftsmanship chart. We're aiming for a 4. If you'd like to practice drawing before you add it to paper, you can use the dry erase boards. If you'd like some quiet while you're working, you can use the headphones. Artists draw what they see, what they remember, what they imagine, or what they feel. Here are some examples of artists who draw. it's your turn to explore. Can you make a drawing using markers, crayons, colored pencils, stencils, texture plates, and a ruler?